Good evening, everyone. Oh, Christ. My voice already freaking up. Hang on. Yeah. I've been avoiding talking for a bit because it feels like I accidentally strained it when I found a different way of speaking. Okay. Knocked my head on the top there, apparently. I apparently recently realized that I've been talking in the wrong direction because a lot of usual advice is to push the larynx up, and that's how you get a higher voice. I thought I was doing that because I thought I felt pressure in my neck at the top of my throat, and I thought that was where the larynx was. Only recently have I realized that I should be feeling the tension at the bottom of my throat as it pushes the larynx up. But my throat is still feeling a little. My throat is feeling a little worn out by the new position, it seems. Even though it feels easier to talk in this way, So, it's strange. Anyway, I'm just walking around in circles here while I play. While I talk. I'm walking around in circles while I talk, not while I play. I haven't started playing yet. Well, I have started playing, but you get what I mean. Anyway. Oh yeah. I wanted to continue working on those factories since those factories are progress. A little bit of offline and put the space elevator down over there. Just gave it a nice permanent home. You can zoom over there quickly just to show you what I put down there. Not that far away, it would take less than a minute. Crouch jumping away, or slide jumping. It does feel quite amazing how much easier this makes it to speak. Oop, poison gas. So now that I've discovered this, it's going to be a case of learning all the other tricks. Voice, but hey, one step at a time. One improvement at a time. Should be able to see it from up here. As I put it over the hole by cementing up the entire hole like that. It's entirely. Oh, Christ! Almost killed me. You had one shot. You missed your shot. Punishment. I just realised I've turned down the audio. But this wasn't. I was listening to videos while I was playing. At some point, just enhancing the power system again to give us more power to play with. Because much as power is a necessary component of the game, it's actually the part I find the most boring to do. So I did it off stream, where I could just listen to other things that were, while keeping my interest in it. Today's been good. I'm working on my emotes. I only have one left to go, and then I'll be done with the emotes. The list of things to do before I actually start using my stuff is growing ever shorter, getting ever closer. Huh. Didn't realize you guys went up on your legs like that. I wonder if I'll probably have to lower the frame rate so this computer can handle playing this and my model at the same time. Anyway, I didn't actually really make a plan what I was going to do with that factory, did I? Because I think I think it's a steel place, and it's next to some quick wire. I could use that quick wire to make. Of course, I could just make a quick wire. I mean, it is making quick wire, and I could just make some quick wire stators. They all need assemblers anyway. Yeah, why not? But yeah, that needs the steel pipes. So we make the stators, we make the motors needing the stators and the rotors. We can't manufacture crystal oscillators even if we wanted to right now. I don't know why I always found crystal oscillators to be a complicated thing. The recipe for that isn't complicated at all. Yeah, this can use steel and plain wires. So we could just use the entire steel and quick wire factory to make all this. That would probably be enough. So yeah, we need to make all the steel ingots, steel beams, pipes. We need some of these steel pipes for versatile framework for our next section. And we also need to be making automated wiring, which again needs some copper. So there's got to be some copper around there. We can just turn it all into one factory for making these particular items. Yeah, so we'll make it so it brings. I think ultimately we want it to output steel beam, steel pipe, framework, case beams, stators, and I think we need stators for some things to build, don't we? Stators, motors, and automated wiring. I'll probably make some of those at some point, but not worry about that. We don't even have manufacturers unlocked right now to make the stuff so that we can get it into our hands. Yeah, so a factory which outputs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Shouldn't be too difficult. I've also made some new blueprints, so we can stack all the production stuff. But I've also made them able to be single level stacked, so I don't need to make 2 levels each time. It should be a lot more convenient for space and resources than just general. Yeah, because it's probably it feels a little annoying having to make more machines than you need. So if I'm just making 2 machines per level instead of having to make 2 levels with 4 machines, it's all for the better, right? Okay, this thing's already got decent enough fuel. Maybe we should turn these remains into something. I should make a biofuel factory at some point, just a place outputs all the necessary biofuel stuff. For now, we can just live in here. Yeah, we'll come back to that later. I kind of want to get to the next phase because refineries are basically where I get to my favourite point of things. It's my favourite level of complexity. When we get to blenders, it almost gets a little too complex for my tiny little brain, but refinery is my favourite level of complexity for this game. Anyway, what do we need to bring with us? Do we want to make some hypertubes? I noticed that milestone up there in the corner. I could probably handcraft what I need for that pretty easily. You know what, why not? We can have some hypertubes to play with in the building of the base. Let's just be a little more creative. And we can make plenty. Maybe we should have started doing this while I was talking. Yeah. Oh yeah. I started this playthrough on the entire basis that I thought Satisfactory was never going to hit 1.0 in the near future. And then a few weeks into me doing a playthrough, they suddenly announce 1.0. It's going to be this year. It's sort of like, now I'm like, should I have waited? Do I keep playing? Sort of like, because I know they're going to be adding a narrative, so it's sort of like, how will an existing save file interact with the narrative? Will I need to be making a new playthrough to experience that? In which case, should I stop this playthrough? I mean, I kind of still want to build things, but then will I want to build things again for another narrative playthrough? I'm not entirely sure. That in there, shove those in there, get some pipes. I'm not sure if I even need pipes for anything else I'm going to build, but off you go, little buddy. I don't know why I call you little buddy. You're a big buddy, but it's something about you feels little.
Processed and incorporated frequent pioneer requests for pipe-based.
You can call the drones little buddies. They're just small compared to everything else that gets made.
Safe, aesthetic, adaptable, fun. Enjoy a view of your hard work as you soar through incredibly tight turns. Build them today.
But yeah.
Fixit Incorporated is
we also want to get the Caterium up and running.
Irresponsible use of this product.
So we can start making these, power switch and smart splitter. Smart splitter is the important thing, really. Again, can handcraft those. I don't really need to be. I don't really need to make the whole factory to make that sort of. What does it need? I can set up the factory, but I can unlock what I need. Okay, I have the resources for that. It said these, right? How quickly I forget. Literally just, yeah. I'm holding on to some quickfire already. No, not there. We just need 10, but get a load for our own making of splitters purposes. Now we're not actually going to need I don't think we're going to need these with us. We can leave those behind. I should just put those blueprints on my to-do list and just stock up on whatever resources it requires. No, just grab one. Make sure it's a full stack. God, am I not breathing properly or something? Why did it start hiccuping? Cool. We don't need the power switch right now. It'll be fine. Yeah. So yeah, now we have smart splitters. Much more complicated stuff. Now available to us. Okay, we'll just put these in. What do we need? We need cables. Oh Jesus, I'm short, very short on cable. We need a lot of cable. Put things together. Modular frames. Bring a few of those. Honestly, now that I've got smart splitters, I can actually hook up all my things to that. Maybe I should do that. Of course, this would count as me giving into spaghetti a little more, but hey, it gives us more unlocks. And it's pretty much going to be a passive thing, so... won't put the screws in, they'll clog up the system.
Paul, you're about to commit heresy towards the pasta gods.
Hello, Corrupted Hunter. The pasta gods can suck it. Although I am adding a little bit to the pasta before we finalize. This base will stay pasta, but we are going to be leaving behind the pasta. Hopefully. Right, you're here. That should be enough. We don't need anything else, I don't think. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, so that'll be anything out the center output and overflow on the right output. So we're going to need to turn this into merger. We'll keep it connected to the bin. Overflow out the right, just because we've got so much overflow right now, and I've upgraded the power, so we won't have to worry so much about that. Honestly though, I should connect you up to there. There's not enough space on that conveyor. We want you here, you over here. Overflow on the right. Overflow on the right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you've overheard, but I was just talking about how am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I've recently, like yesterday, realized I was doing my voice wrong. Sort of like I know you're supposed to put the larynx up to kind of get a higher voice, which I thought I was doing, but it turns out that my voice it's weird when I how do I explain this? It's like when I talk. I'm not doing so far hot at that right now apparently, but thinking okay. When I talk and push my voice up, it's sort of, you feel it. I felt it. I felt the tension at the top, and I thought that was the larynx being pushed up. But recently I realized that the larynx being pushed up actually causes tension down below, because like the throat is pushing the larynx up from the bottom. So it ends up with a feeling of being pushed from the bottom, which I thought was the incorrect way. So now that I figured that out, it feels like I'm having an easier time keeping my voice higher without the strain. Although my voice still feels like it's drying out quicker because of that. It's just still not used to it, so not perfect. But it's still pretty good, pretty fun. Hoping with just a little, if I just keep using it, practicing it with it, it'll stop feeling so off, so scratchy. Also, I've been working on the emotes for the channel, which I'm not yet making available because they mostly depict the new model. I don't want to have that shown yet. I know some people who have come into the streams obviously will have seen it, but or saw when I was drawing on the art streams would have seen it. You know, saving those for when the proper release comes out. Okay. Yeah, these will clear out eventually. Oops, that was a Mark 1. But yeah, it feels like I've unlocked a secret of the voice. And also I've been making some fun emotes, including some animated ones, so that's also fun. What's that? That's level 1 as well. There's that one. We don't want those the one. We don't want any of these to be level 1. We want it to go as fast as possible. Double check I didn't leave any. Pretty sure I already checked that earlier, didn't I? Must have. Also, they've announced. I started this I realized I started this playthrough a few weeks ago because it felt like, you know, Satisfactory was never going to get its full release, at least anytime soon. After playing Project Zomboid, I thought they were never going to, well, weren't going to get to 1.0 in a timely manner. And then this week, they announced that 1.0 is going to be out this year. To my surprise. Okay, at least that's not understanding because of not knowing what terminology I'm not using. For a second I was worried, just sort of like I was just talking in a completely incomprehensible way that you just didn't know what I said. So that'll all go in there. How many tickets do we got? We're 18. I think I've got the quick wire factory hooked up to all this. Just your lack of knowledge. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, TLDR. Voice work easier. Feel like I unlocked trick. So feeling pretty good about that. Already filled up the cable. Could have some more wire probably. I don't think I need steel beams, steel wire, rotor concrete. How's our concrete supply? A bit more. A lot more, really. Okay. Put these in the truck. Put the copper sheets away. I'll keep one stack just in case. Actually, wait, the copper sheets aren't full. I'll fill them up. Keep one stack. Take a stack of rotors. Maybe two. We grab some modular frames ready. Don't need those. Don't need those, I don't think. Those. Already grabbed a few of those, grabbed a few of those, grabbed a few of those. I guess I'll refill my stock, but I only need that for the chainsaw. One of these. Okay, apparently I already had one. And we'll take a little more of this, since we need these for the... I'm gonna do a little extra concrete. There we go. should be enough. The base isn't that far away if I need to grab anything. Definitely felt like it was a good idea to skip yesterday though. All my muscles were a bit sore, just needed a break. Just needed a slight break to let myself relax. Get some work done, finish some emotes, but ultimately relaxing ended up being what I needed that evening. Of course I couldn't actually play Armored Core because I left Armored Core off in the middle of the escape mission, so I can't go back to the garage to do replay missions, and I'm not sure if the escape mission will be an alternate version or not, so I didn't want to do that one off stream. Also, this is the opposite direction of where I want to go, but I'm going to just give you a quick look at where I put the space elevator. Because I think at some point I want to make sort of dedicated factory around it for making the space parts. You see, there used to be a hole there. I filled it in with cement. Felt like an appropriate place. Down in the middle of all that. And we'll connect various vehicles, train lines, drones, whatever I can to move into it, so it's sort of like things are moving in to supply it with the parts it needs. I think for this step we'll skip doing that. We'll just make them on site and bring them over by hand, but the next step we'll start sending them over with vehicles. Especially once we get trains. I like trains. Typical autism thing of just liking trains. Limestone. Right, yeah, at some point I need to make some more concretes. What's up there? Another one of those things. Okay, so the coal is right there. So I'll just put that there. Remind me it's there. That's a pure coal. I want to get up there so that we can have a view of everything to plan out with. Maybe I will. Which means got to clear the local populace. Gets run over by aforementioned vehicle, indeed. Classic ADSF. However you're supposed to say that. It's a key smash. You can't say a key smash out loud. At least I don't think you can. Probably some people that can. Oh, you're dead. I swear there's a third one. No, let's grab that so it doesn't start talking to me. Right, there's the truck. Damn stones that like to talk to me. I'm not up for conversation. Well, I think this one even said anything. Still can't delete it. Yeah, it's we get that. I think we want to grab over... Yeah, because that's copper. Alright, so we have 2 impure copper over there, if I remember right. Impure, impure, normal, normal, impure, impure. A lot of impure. More than I expected, actually. To be fair, we could just use all this turn all this impure into iron. We use the copper to get a bit more out of it. Or do I need to do that? Do I even need to do that? Would it be better to save the copper for other uses? Or do I want to repurpose these? But those might end... That will bugger up what's been set up over there already. Okay, first order of business. We need iron. Which we can then turn into steel. Yeah, so we have 2 impure. Which isn't actually... I swear there was 2 normal around here. Oh, no wait, it was you 2, wasn't it? Oh, it does complicate matters. Don't forget, 2 impure... 4 impure is worth 2 normal. Would still feed the steel plenty. Would just mean I need a lot more slugs to get maximum output. Whatever. That works. That works. We can still do that. And we set up around... Around here is probably a good place to set up. Wonder if this one can be destroyed. Have a slug. Can we explode this rock? We cannot. I did feel that was a bit too big. For a little bit, we need to get rid of these trees. Might as well use the biofuel it gives us, so. Try and leave that tree up if I can. Nice little feature. Also, I entirely forgot to say thank you for the resub. I acknowledged your presence, but I forgot to actually acknowledge the resub. Thank you for that, of course. It is always appreciated. I was more concerned with sacrilege to the pastor god. Giving the old 1-2. Okay, so we need foundries. Can't remember what size this was. About 4 wide. 3 deep. Yeah, that looks about right. So yeah, that would... Yeah, we get it from there. We... Yeah, the coal needs to go into foundries, and we need some things to make iron first. We're currently limited by how much we can actually make, mostly by our belts. Let's put the level up here since this is a relatively high point. We don't need to stay away from the edge. This will do. Don't worry about closing up the bottom later. Once we have a more distinct floor plan. You might be able to tell, I like the cement foundations and such. Okay, foundry. Oh, missing an item. Let's get a little bit of. We've got a little bit of everything that was in there now. Yeah, mostly need to think about how stuff's going to travel around. I guess it would be pretty simple if we just... Oh yeah, Foundry 1 I couldn't get to work one-sided, so I had to make it so it has to have a back side. So we'll put it this side. Yeah, that'll work. And it's... Yeah, one side this will come up with more than I can actually support from one of them. So we need 2 blueprints actually. Oops. Got off the edge. Yeah, because if we pump the maximum amount of coal into this, it'll come out with 1.5 the amount of steel. So we need 2 of these. Yeah, they'll come out evenly. So if you put 200 and... because we can get maximum 270 out of it. Which, if we evenly split that between these, how much do these use for solid steel ingot? 40 copper a minute. That's the part where we start doing a lot of maths. Maybe not a lot, but still. Yeah, so that's 80 per level. That maximum 270. 270 divided by 80. Let's do it by 40. That gives me a number of how many of these I need. We need 675. So we definitely need 1 more level. Yeah, and if this does 40 times 4 times 1.5. Okay, yeah. One level should be sufficient. And I think if I set this up like this should be fine. Oh, missing a modular frame. Grab more of those. Boundaries be expensive on the modular frames apparently. So I can't. I should grab a lot of them. Some of the stuff in we don't need these in on our person. Grab all the modular frames just to be sure. Almost fell off the edge. I think this has a maximum nudge. Maybe not. I'll put another one on the other side. There. Should be all the foundries we need to start making maximum steel. I hope I have the power to say that we don't need all of them on. We only need 7. And even then the 7 won't bring out maximum. Actually, now that I think of it, we could... Oh, we turn that one off. We can underclock this one. Because that will... I'll put it at 45. Yeah, I'll use 30. Because the rest will bring up to 240. And this will use 30. Yeah. So it uses maximum without trying to use more than it needs to. And this will be the start. Then we just need to find some iron to hook it up with. Give us a bit more space to work with. I think this is the part where I want to start putting in walls. Do I have what I need for the off? Of course, that's the one thing that needs screws. Of course. I think I never need screws, and then it's the one thing that needs screws. I could use up my resources to make them, whatever, just... It's not that... Main base isn't that far away, we'll just hoof it. Be quicker back home. Where's the copper mine? Over here. We can use this to... Use this to speed out. That breakable? I have just opened a way into the void. That's more dangerous than it was worth. I make a breakable thing when you can only open breakable things deliberately. And make it something so dangerous. Mark 1 conveyors. I suppose I could always upgrade those to Mark 3s and that would allow me to siphon off without much issue. Of course, now that I've done that, I'm already here, so I might as well get what I wanted while I'm here and not need to worry about the screws. Right, how much does this have now? 20. 20 is plenty. No, not in here. I want it here. Some architecture. Or, no, I want walls. I want conveyor walls. I want door walls. Maybe not. Door walls and gates. Oh, let's get some roofs. Those are always nice to have. That leaves us with 15. That would actually let me get but inverted things to fill up the gaps, the walls that inevitably leave. Yeah, we can just leave holes in the wall for now. We can fill those in with doors eventually. We are one off for what I need. I'll buy all those. The necessary stuff for making structures with walls. Okay, you know, I have a quick solution for this. In fact, do I need any of these for anything else? I don't think I do. Let's do a quick conversion to get us the last few things we need. Walls are overrated, fresh air supremacy, look. What's the point in creating so much smog if you don't suffocate yourself a bit? To be fair, I'm probably not going to actually put together all the walls and ceilings just yet. It's more of a being ready. Well, I kind of set things up with wall holes and stuff, and then I will make the walls and stuff to make it look pretty later. But yeah, we can just throw all these in because these are worth 1,000 in the sink, and we only need 1,000 for one more. For one more ticket, so this will get us a lot of points, really. Imagine if there was a chance for this to just blow up the one that's in your hand. Yep, that's filling up quickly. Oh wow, another 13. What else can we buy of that? Yeah, we'll get the inverted ramp. Once we get the gates and the door walls. We don't have the ports in an easy to grab area yet, so maybe not worry about the windows yet. Would I like the tilted walls? Never seem to be able to use them properly. Well, we could probably use some more. This or wall attachments. Mark for wall outlets and enough points for one thing. I guess we'll get the floor hole as well. Committing to the hypertubes, I guess. Could have got some lighting, I suppose, but I always get afraid of lighting because it's like, what will that do to my computer? Even though I think GPU is the thing this game hits the least on my computer. It's like CPU and RAM. Those are the bottlenecks for this game. Sometimes I just explode things to feel something. Kidding. Sounds psychotic. Yes, it was supposed to. Fireworks. Yes, exactly. That's less psychotic. Ooh, just about made that. Well, that's something. I should have clipped me doing a flip in the previous stream. I need to make at least one clip for each thing, for each stream I do, so I have something to share. I made one, so the one clip I made was me very much clutching up that boss on Armored Core. Okay, yeah, this is two entrances. Right, yeah, one for the, no, not the conveyor lifts. The merger. No, not the merger, the splitter. We don't need it to be smart. I don't think those emotes are random. Why you giving me a Lion King lion? Giving some sort of look. Also, I need to mine. Their existence is random. Sure. Whatever you say, buddy. Also, I use a lot more iron rods in these builds than I thought. I usually don't care about bringing iron rods, but that's a pretty high number. I guess with all the rails and stuff, that kind of adds up. Okay. Yeah, so that's the coal hooked up. I need some of these. These will be one of the things I actually put together. That'll do. And we need an equipment workshop to make 2 of these dudes. At this point I should take the get those off just so I can see what I need properly. Maybe I should make a safer route. Don't pick it up. Nice. The longer the animations the emotes run, the more off sync they become. Oh, they didn't even put them in the right timing, did they? Ah, amateurs. They probably are on the right timing. It's probably something to do with when they load or something. Load times. Oh, spitter. You hurt yourself. Doesn't matter. Where is that? There it is. Now the lowdown. You know what? This can be our safe route over using this. You think it's intentional? It could be that as well, I suppose. Yeah, we can make that gap even easier because now we have a launcher. Was that a pioneer projectile? Especially considering from which channel are they from? What channel is it from? Is that a question I even want to... I don't know who Igio is. Okay, let's hook up the coal. So I guess I did pretty much say I commit to getting the iron there, although... Wait, what did I actually want from that side? Because there's 2 impure... Feather power slug. I need to check what's over here. Okay, so we have iron ore and iron ore impure. Yeah, that tracks to what I know so far. What are those ones over there? Oh, that's a bit of a hop. Let's game it out. Oh, okay, it all makes sense now. Iron ore impure, so that's 4. Do these make 6, or are these the copper ones? Impure iron, impure iron, impure iron. Okay, we could just use all this iron. Impure means we're going to need to make more buildings than I'm used to, but really, I decided to spawn here because I have a tendency of trying to keep the minimum amount of buildings, and really I should just maybe just not care about that. But yes, let's game it out. Yes, I suppose they would deliberately mistime it. He does seem like that kind of guy. Oh, the copper's over here. Wait, where is it? Ah, it's down here. These 2 are impure as well, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. So we want to make as much copper as possible, so we'll combine those with some impure iron ore at some point. I say at some point. Should I... Where do I want to put all this? I mean, I feel like if I put the iron smelters over here, that could be... Yeah, we'll just put it a little indented like that. And that's about 2 wide. About 2.5 on the other on the length. Which way is the width and which way is the length? I think length is from the front arrow, so maybe that's too long, 2.5 wide. Either way, okay, so we can put that on 5 of these. And then I guess there wouldn't be any harm having cut through the middle. Need a few more rods, more than I expected, but hey ho. Yeah, blueprints are so freaking handy. They make building to scale so much less frustrating. Oh, got that perfectly. Move back a bit. Oh, okay, nudge. That does have a max distance. Fair enough. Having any nudge at all just makes this more convenient. Okay, and this just needed maxing out because... yeah, this just simply couldn't... This simply could only max out because was maxing out from the output, not the input. So we want to make this as maximum input as we can, which is where we still really get to the stacking. So this is make 60 per level. We need 270 to hit maximum output. Yes? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because that's maximum output of the coal. We need to match the output of the coal. So 270 divided by 40. Already did this once. 6.7. Wait, why divided by 40? 270 divided by 60. 4.5. So you need 4 levels, and we can shut down one of the smelters at the top. Do I even have enough rods for this? I might actually be short on rods. That's not something I say often. Still, this is where we start actually. So I never actually connected the stackable steel things together. I gave them... Is that ladder gonna... Okay, to the wrong direction at first. Yeah, it'd be nice if I had refineries, because then I could maximize the copper outputs. Well, the copper sheet output, but this will be fine. You know, I should remind me, how is this supposed to work again? Oh, yes. That was supposed to be connected this to that. Because I started actually putting conveyors on the ceiling, which made it more accessible for connecting to the upper levels, which left a lot more space on the bottom levels. That one to that one. Then it was a conveyor there, which we hooked to another one. We can only hook conveyor to splitter or merger because I made it just a little so it gets indented. That means if I start from the splitter, it'll be a bit too far forwards. Yeah. Perfecto. Same dealer here. Admittedly, maybe no, my plan was I was just going to make it so that I could hook it. I was going to just make temporary supports for hooking it up. Yeah. Satisfactory 1.0. Exciting. Could still come at the end of the year, but still. They even have 1.0 in the works now. Getting the whole game as it was supposed to be. Annoyingly, these little protrusions at the back are going to clip through any wall I put there, aren't they? Considerations. How many levels was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I needed 5. We have just enough rods for this, but we're going to have to go back for the rods sooner than I expected. Okay, we turn... Oh, we can put you it and then turn you off. It must have been set to off because it said no, there was no power. Right. Ingot, let's just, yeah. If I have to climb back up here and turn them all back on, so be it. Once I get a hover pack, this will be so much easier, but this is why I installed a ladder for now. Power there and there. Hit it. I can reach that one. I feel like I need to be closer to be careful with the conveyors though. Oh. Right, yeah, top ones connect to bottom ones. That's the dichotomy. Don't forget. At least it gives you that nice little sound effect so you know which one's which. Okay, I'm going to climb up to that one. Don't trust that one from this distance. Yeah, still has one stick that hook up to the top. So that should output all the iron we need. Temptation to just fall to my death. Won't kill me. I won't be able to take a fall like that for a long time afterwards. Okay, so this is the input, this is the output. Yes, wait. That's the input, this is the output, that's the merger, right. So we want this one to go over to there, which from here, that would be awkward. Like the input is here. Maybe I should have tried lining it up. That would have been a bit neater. As it stands, this is actually so off balance it won't actually even look. Well, done. Now here's the second question. Do I want to be able to walk around it, or would it be fine? I think it's I walk under it. Yeah, I think walking under it would be kind of nice. Yeah, so you can kind of see the stuff coming out, and then it'll go over. Oh, that clipped through that one. That clipped through that one. Look, we can spaghettify as long as it doesn't clip. That's the main thing I hate about spaghetti. Clipping. That's maximum height. Yeah, that one, I feel like I should just make it be neater. I just make it conveyor lift. Does come into contact, but only just. It kind of looks like it's not really. That'll work. That'll work. And then that should be sufficient to connect up to... Oh wait, we need a merger. Which actually that changes the build a little. That there. I'm a little distracted because my body's apparently telling me I might need to go to the toilet in a bit. How many away is this? 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of matches. Yeah. I like conveyors that have that kind of lift up over each other kind of thing. Wait, why did I make it a merger? It needs to be a splitter. Also, I definitely need to go use the toilet. Okay. Back in a little bit. How inconvenient. Oh well. Where were we? Oh, yeah. I made this a merger. It didn't want to be... It shouldn't be a merger. It needs to be a splitter. It takes two things and it brings it out to somewhere else, which... I could turn it around. So it'll still work with what I set up over there. Get one of these. There. Somehow that still feels improper. Just going to delete that. I kind of wanted to have a nice curve to it. A little too close. Nope, we've got to turn it around. There we go, that looks nicer. Make the whole thing look like a, don't need to make an absolutely clean area, just make it look like a whole factory. You kind of have to bob and weave around conveyors. That's what I like most about factories. Things that look kind of messy, look realistic, but don't look so perfect it's like you're going through some kind of car show. At least that's the vibe I get with a lot of builds I see. It's sort of like everything's also tucked away, you don't see anything, you got the back rooms which have stuff. It just sort of like an entire factory does not need to be look like you're like showing all the little machines are on show. It's sort of like the entire factory needs to be a bit of a mess. But a clean mess which makes sense to go around. So you have walkways, but there'll be stuff going above and below and stuff. That's my favorite kind of factory. And that's the kind of factory I want to try and recreate with something like this. Is why I still have these exposed stacks. It's honestly actually why I kind of don't like it's why I've wanted to make stacks that go vertical instead of ones that go horizontal, because having stacks which are just all mergers and splitters along the line, that looks boring. These cubes, they look boring. I want to see the conveyors. I want to see the things going across the conveyors. So I have it so that everything stacks up. So the boring part is left up there, and I can see the more interesting part, which is the stuff moving between things. That's where my interest lies in the factory building. For some reason I thought I was clipping through, even though that's nowhere near it. Ignore Z fighting. Ignore the Dragon Ball Z fight. Conveyors are the best part. Exactly. It's also why I don't like them clipping, because it's just sort of... I want everything neatly going around each other. It's sort of like, even if they're going over the top of each other and everything like this, that's fine. This tree ain't fine. But everything going across and over this way, it's sort of like, this is also why I like trains. I like trains that just go alongside each other and go by, so it's sort of like seeing all of this kind of stuff. Just see one thing going that way, another thing going that way, especially when they go opposite directions. That's even nicer. You have the coal going that way, the iron ingots going that way. Just absolutely my favourite part. Liquids are also kind of nice, but you don't see them. So yeah, conveyors. Conveyors are the best part. If you have a factory where you hide the conveyors from sight, I don't like your factory. It's as simple as that. Anyway, we need to get iron ore over here. Which means I think we need two Mark IIs. No, wait, I wanted to get into your inventory. Oh, well, we are real short on those. What do we need to make? Oh, we just need straight iron. Of course. Okay, it turns out I may have underestimated the amount of oh wait, I have another stack of rods. I was just about to say it. It turns out I may have underestimated the amount of rods I need to bring. Need 4 of these. It's impure because we're going to need 4. I could make instead of having to overclock them, I could just make 4 right now. 4 extractors, I mean. Which that will need 40 encased industrial beam. Make that handily. Nice thing about making factories like this as well is just sort of like eventually it will start making the resources it needs to be made. So you start off handcrafting stuff like these. By the end of it, it'll be making them itself. That's always the satisfying part of these satisfactories. Roll credits. I don't even like CinemaSins these days, but I guess some of those memes just ended up in the consciousness. Double check. Oh, we have 2 over here. How long were those 2 over there? 2 impure over there. Okay, so I don't need to use all those ones. Okay, we'll hook these 2 up first. Jumping in like a bat out of hell. Like any mimic, I was not expected. Too bad I'm not Spanish, otherwise I'd just say I did not expect the Spanish mimic. Don't do that. Wondering what that sound was. Really? Gonna make this a little too slip slidey. Oh, almost found it. I found purchase there for a second. Mimic, why don't you just build something? It's sort of like it's the principle. What principle? I don't know. Okay, fine. So 2 impure would be the equivalent of a normal. At maximum output, they would give 150, I think. Yeah, they do 60. They need to match 270. So yeah, I could, and the slugs, or I just make over here. Part of me wants to just be able to keep not make too many, so that I can save those ones over there. These ones would be enough with overclocking, and I will be overclocking that anyway. Does mean I need to find more slugs regardless, so I guess I will use these 2. I mean, I was always going to use these 2, but rather than getting some extras. Making 4 made sense back when I was getting from the other side where there were just 4 altogether like that, but this rock offends me. So does that one, but I can't do anything about that one. That clip through the ground. A little bit. Yeah. Right, floor too steep. Put it before the floor gets too steep. What an annoying height difference. There we go, that's about perfect. There we go over there. Get rid of all these trees. Can't have foliage clipping through our conveyors now, can we? Anything else? Everything else looks clean enough. We'll keep some nice straight lines. It does go up a bit. Yeah, screw it. That's fine. Is that fine? That would be too low. I'm going to be pedantic about how my factory looks. I might as well go all the way. No, it's not giving me the line anymore. Eyeball instead then. And then I guess we can have it go around the edge. At that level, we probably want it to raise up a bit. Just by 1 though, not too high. Not really going to be that much going into this one. Nice. At a good distance. Ah, yeah, I already unlocked the conveyor wall mounts. That's one of the first things I unlocked. Very handy. I like those. Would that one be able to get under without clipping? Oh, it's clipping it. Suppose I could delete it and put it inside a bit. Which one do we want to go into? Into this one. Yeah, so if I put it here, then what's this lined up to? Lined up to here. Might want it more like here. Yeah, I can sort out where that support is. And then this is... Ah, connected exactly. Nice. Give it a lift. And there. We're getting, it gives us a little bit more of that not quite spaghetti look. Now we can just get rid of this, just put another one down too. Further in or further out? How does it look there? I really want it clipping in. That works. Looks like it's nice and supported. Yeah, there's probably not going to be any other things that go through here, but it's kind of nice, isn't it? Just having multiple conveyors that go past each other like this. Okay, that should be enough to get steel up and running. So maybe I'll hook that. Let's hook them up. That one can hook up with this one. That'll pass power through the whole thing. I'll probably also want to hook this up with this one. It just about goes through the... I don't really mind wires clipping so much. They're not as obvious, but it looks like it doesn't actually clip at all. It just almost perfectly goes between it. A little bit of a mess, but unavoidable. Here's the part where I just start putting walls as placeholder bits, because you can install things like the double wall outlets. Which are a nice convenient way of getting your outlets outside. Like that. We'll do the same for the other ones over here, which now that we know we can upgrade that one. An outlet Mark II. Bit more of our central outlet right now. Double outlet on this corner. accidentally made these Mark II outlets as well, but whatever. It's supposed to be how that went, but actually I guess that's convenient that they've made it so that it can be like that. These follow along the conveyor. That one, that goes to that one. We'll hunt down slugs to put into these later. These all make up part of the local base, so we don't need to use the bigger connectors for this yet. One up over there. I think it's time for this again. Can I make that? I mean, I can make the jump anyway, so. Oh, that reaches. Yeah. Why make an extra when you don't need it? Okay, now we've got to hook this up to power. Which we already have some for the Caterium. Maybe I should put a conveyor hole in there just so that I can jump through it. Nah, that's unnecessary. I'm not going to be making that trip on the regular. Where do I want to put it in here? It's kind of building that feels like it should be on the outside. I don't really know how I'm going to organise this side of things, so it feels like this will be a very temporary setup on this side. I just want everything to start building. I want to start moving. I guess it doesn't matter if all this ends up stopping when I start building the next bit, so... we'll worry about how it all hooks up later. I just want to see everything run. Make sure everything runs even. And it does. The coal's coming in. As is the iron, slowly, as expected. Still, 120 coming out of that, 120 coming out of both of those combined. So this should match out output and input. These will all start making iron as necessary. Let's watch them up here. Get a good view of everything. Okay, the iron's already going through. We can see coal being carried up top. The machines are struggling behind me because it's not getting enough input for what it needs, but we'll sort that out later. Still, this is my favourite part, just watching the conveyors go. Especially when they're all going in different directions. Sort of like, it can be nice when they're still going all in one direction, but seeing them all going in different directions. That's sort of, you got one going right, one going up, one going forwards, some in the background going left. I assume I'm not alone in this feeling, at least. At some point these things will get oversaturated, but not anytime soon. At that point I'll just hook him up to an awesome sync. Either that, or maybe I should just unhook the inputs now. Nah, we'll let it run. We can clear it out once it's... Just clear it out manually. Just grab the steel, delete it all. Yeah, steel were coming out in those two areas. Looks like it's already backed up. Yeah, of course. And steel will come down from there, there, and iron will be brought up to there, and it will come down from ones like this. Yeah, these ones aren't backed up, so very nice. Yeah, this looks so much better than my usual builds, which are usually just vertical. Oh no, not vertical, horizontal factories. I should get a nice little you get nice little platforms with all this to watch it all go as well. So you get views built in. You don't have to build a view specifically. Okay. So that's step one, which already took an hour and a half. These factories take a long time to make, don't they? So beams and pipes are constructors, that's easy enough. Versatile frameworks are assemblers, which need modular frames. We might need a dedicated ironworks just for making the modular frames. So they're needed in... well, only that. But still. Also, we need to think of how many steel beams we need. Because this one can use pipes, which is a cheaper alternative. So, pipes. Rotors, which were made of something I forget. Okay, so we actually only need the steel beams for... for the versatile framework. We just need some steel beam outputs for my own use. Usual output 15. Jesus Christ, that conversion rate. Use 30 for a full versatile framework output, which already uses 120 of what comes out of here. Then I'd want another one, so that would be 180. We only get 270 out of this. Jesus Christ. Maybe I'll skip having an output for my own use and just put it straight into the... so we still have 150 to work with for making the pipes or everything else.
They do be right that factory do be satisfaction.
The factory do indeed be satisfaction. Got a nice moving load of conveyors. And I hope I'm not the weird one for enjoying watching it all going along, although it seems the coal has become oversaturated. Just thinking what the plans are for the next bits. Because we don't worry about this. So yeah, we need cable for that to make some automated wiring. 2.5 per minute. One will do. Motors. 5.5 per minute. It will go 10 per minute for motors. Assemblers, if we use the quick wire, we can make that pretty quick. You like watching? I like watching machines like you see, like seeing some taffy be handmade. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I was commenting earlier on just how a lot of people make factories in Satisfactory where they hide all the conveyors, and it's just sort of like the conveyors are the fun part. Don't hide the conveyors. Doing a little maths in my head. How many steel pipes do we get per? Okay, so 30 makes 20. Okay, so what can I get maximum out of this, just to know what I'm working with? Because we use 120 here, and we're going to be maximum output of 270, so that's 150. 150 of these, that means 100 steel pipes. Don't worry about that one. 100 steel pipes. This uses 28 per minute just to make 4 per minute. Jesus. This uses 16 per minute to make 2 stat ore. And then we don't need any for this or this. That's a later thing. It's the veins of the machines that move oxygen read products. Okay, so this will be when we have manufacturers, which will be when we can use Mark IVs. So don't need to worry about that so much. Okay, so it's only actually these two things which need that. That doesn't need steel at all. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it's only two things that need it. We can increase production handily enough. So yeah, I can focus the whole 100 we get on all this. 16, 32. 10 per minute plus 2.5 per minute. Maybe I make 25 of them. If I make 25 of them, then... Can I put 25 in here? No, just 20. So that's 50 per minute. I could make this 50 per minute as well. Just change the outputs as necessary. Yeah, 50 of this, 50 of that. We can make 10 per minute of that. Of course, that doesn't leave any outputs. Do I even care about output? I think we just focus on this factory making the end results. We don't need to worry so much about them. We've already got our spaghetti base over there making the lower range stuff for our use. So we can make this just an end result factory without having to worry about having overflow from my own personal stock. Yeah, that works. So we just need 2 of these, 5 of these. These are just constructors. which the not recipe, not that, blueprints. Each constructor counts with 2, so 1 level for the steel beams, and then 1 level, and then 3 levels for the steel pipes. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Alright, get this out of the way. Trip this guy up. Or not, he'll just walk along the top. Fair enough. We are short on... No, we're not massively short on iron rods. Yeah, I probably want to get some more. I underestimated how many I needed. It's still full of resources. You know what, let's go get some. The base isn't that far away. It's a simple enough walk. Maybe we'll find some slugs on the way. Just check if I have any slugs tucked away in the hub storage as well. Now the voice is starting to get croaky. And I've run out of water, but it is almost time to get medication anyway, so I'll refill my water then. Just need a couple more minutes. I suppose at some point I'll have to just remake this factory to be neater so that it can supply me with those low level, with the lower range stuff that I need for building. If I'm dedicating that base over there to making the higher end stuff. That feels like a nice plan though. This wasn't where I was checking. We wanted more rods. A lot more rods really. I could have just made a storage box over at the base. No spare slugs. Shame, but what can you do? This out. Oh, a slug over there. Up top. Oh, that wasn't so useful. Yes, scanner, I see the power slug. Under the ground? Little cave around here? Limestone. Is it actually under the ground in that cave system? Spider cave? There were a load of poison things. They might have been protecting a slug. One over here? Oh, actually, I think it's actually pulses in the colour of which type of slug it's found as well. So that would be a purple that was underneath there. that one's underground as well, I guess. Oh, there's a yellow here. Why weren't you showing up? Okay, time to run back to base and pick up any slugs on the way. Oh, see you. Yes. Yeah, Satisfactory 1.0. I wonder what that's going to entail with the narrative and stuff. It's got that very crud. Okay. I'll try that one later. I want to get back to building. The game has a very uncaring corporation vibe, obviously, so it's sort of like, how are they going to make that into a narrative? Wow, not really planning on speculating, I'm just interested in what it will be like when they finally bring it out, and that's my phone vibrating to tell me that I need to have my medication. So just hop in and I'll do just that. Medication time. Away so I'm not leaving you guys with the beeping. Very similar to how the developers did Journey to the Savage Planet did. I haven't heard of that game actually. Anyway, I'm going to just take a quick break to have my medication. Get myself some more drink. So I'll leave you words on stream. Have fun while I go take care of that. Back in a few minutes. Ah, well, good job getting the good job getting the big word at least. Those always seem to be the one that trip everyone up. Oh, that's still hot. I went and got myself some tea while I was away as well. Something to help with my throat. I think it's just the fact that my voice isn't used to me actually pushing the air up, and I've accidentally been pushing it down. Means I just haven't been. I don't know, or it's just always going to be. It's either that, or I'm pushing it too high up. It kind of just feels like my the tension of my throat gets pushed. It all kind of automatically pushes. Where's the sea creature with the high voltage charge if you need it? What? Sea creature with the high voltage. What? Taser. Oh. I don't know. I don't control its life. Oh, you mean for helping you with the words on stream? Right, yes. How many power cell shards? It's only 5 power shards. I need like 9 for the ones I've already made. Stick you in. Stick the word that I did it all in apparently. And power cell the. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, next we need to make the steel beams, which is a simple enough matter. We can just, I think, just put these ones up front here. I didn't mean to press like that, but I think that fits fine. Yeah, that fits fine. That fits fine. It's fine. Why? Hang on. What's with that voice crack? Because we need to. Fine. No, the more I practice it, the more naturally it'll do that. Yeah, that's just enough spots. Or I guess we could. Nah, for some reason I want to put the constructor for the pipes on this side. Some cement. Forget how wide it needs to be, so I'll just make it 4. These are just yeah. If I lock it, I can kind of just contrast and compare. Yeah, if we line it up, then oh, already got it perfect. How is everyone doing anyway? I feel like I've forgotten to ask that. The usual conversation starter. that's 4 out of 4. Turn you into a Mark 2. Connect to that one. You can connect this one. Let's connect to that one actually. The height difference makes it clip through. We ignore that because that's going over to there. And we needed 3 levels of this. Now we have everything we need. Why do we still have the minor Mark IIs on the list? One more level and we deactivate the last one. Oh, couldn't even see it, but it lined up perfectly. Okay, we just actually don't. We just don't even set that one. Your pipes. Not copper sheets, steel pipes. Pipes. Pipes and pipes. Now when we start making the smaller things, I wonder if I should make it so that I actually bring in input of more steel rather than making a whole nother factory in another place. Just make it so this place, the central place, was making some of the more complicated items, and I just input more steel from other places if I so need it. Yeah, that'll probably work. Don't need to worry about that right now, but oops. Okay, so that's the output for our various steel things. 100 and so if we split this up, we need to send 150 over there and 120 over here. Wait. My maths was off. I was calculating how many of these we needed based on there being 270 outputs, but it's actually going to be higher than that. It'll be 270 and 1.5. So actually we get 504 out of all of this. 270 out of that one, 100 less than that out of the rest of it. Yeah, 270. And then the 1.5 out of this one, right? Or did I make it even? No, I didn't make it even. What were my outputs? Right, that one's turned off. And that one's 45 less. We're doing 60 each, 120 each. 120, 45, 165, 165. Take off 165, that makes less. How much? 60, 60. Right, no, this is only outputting 100 and 240. Right. Okay, but that still means I have another 135? 130, yeah, 135 to use to decide how to use on all of this stuff. Because I forgot just how much. I forgot this whole setup was doing 1.5 amount of steel, not just 1-to-1 amount. So question, what to do with that extra? Because again, once we get to the point of actually being able to do this, we can output more of these. So, considering how much we need these, maybe I should just make more of this to output. Because currently I was making it so this was 50, which I kind of wish you could change it by that number. What's 70? Really? It's 8. What an awkward number. Okay, so 10 meat needs 70. We're currently outputting 100. I was making a lot of these. I could probably do with just making, yeah, because I was going to make 20, which needed 40, which needed 50 for making the full output I wanted to make all the motors I wanted, along with the versatile, no, not the versatile framework, the automated wiring of the stators. And so we wanted 25 of these. Yeah, because that would still be a lot of automated wiring. I guess I could increase this by 1. I should really just be using the notes, shouldn't I? No, not like this. Yeah, so we're making 30 stator, which is 60 pipes. Just that I remember. Now we're making 10 motors, which equals 20 stator, 5 automated wiring, that equals 5 stator. So we get an excess of 5 stator for our own personal use. Or maybe I should make it 35 stator. I can have an output of 10 for that, which will be 70 pipes, which will be, the current amount was 50 steel, which was 150, which was 150 plus 60. And how much did I have to play with? It was 135 out of 135. Do I have any good hints to prevent you from going mad for your preparations to your upcoming programming test? I do not. I did programming for 9 years and decided I didn't want to do it anymore. So it drove me so mad I quit. So I'm not the person to help with that. Wait, these things output, so it'd only be an extra 30 for, right? 30 out of the 325. Because these things output... No, not this one. 20 per 30. Okay. I guess just study till you feel confident about it, I guess. If you don't feel confident about it, get good reference. Is it a test where you can use the API, or do you have to remember the programming yourself? Because if it's one way you use the API, learn how to get used to using the API to search stuff up. That's the most useful thing I can say as a programmer. The most useful skill as a programmer is knowing how to look things up, because you are never going to remember everything. If you can't look things up, try and focus on the things you need to remember. Alternatively, think of the program like you're trying to build a factory. You know, just make spaghetti code, since you seem so fond of it. I have no idea if that's any helpful advice. You'd think being a programmer for 9 years would give me something to say on that, but wait, it didn't say if there's public notes. Fuck. Okay, wait, okay. So I wanted... You got an email from Twitch, you got summoned. Well, Twitch is slow then. How is the spaghetti? Clean. Hang on, I'm just going to show you. It stopped moving now because it's gotten fully saturated, but... Let me up. We have a nice collection of conveyors which look a lot nicer when things are moving. Once I get this thing filled up. Not that complex, luckily. It's just a lot of the basics at once, especially for a beginner. Yeah, I mean, the problem really is just sort of like it's less about programming itself and more just learning new things. Just do one thing at a time, I guess. Don't try and absorb it all at the same time. Looks pretty good. Thank you. I put a lot of work into figuring these out, and I think these stacks ended up coming out pretty well. Okay, so I'm trying to maths. The to-do list didn't save for some reason, so hang on. I wanted 35 stator that equal 70 pipes that equals that used up another 30 of that excess. Wait, 70 pipes, 20, 15. We can worry about that later. Okay, wanted 35 stator that become 10 motor equals 20 stator, then 5 auto wiring, which equals 5 stator. Yeah, that saved that time. Did I accidentally hit clear list last time or something? Yeah, we're currently in the figuring shit out part. Yeah, and that leaves me in excess of 10 stator to match the motor output along some automated wiring. The stators, I can take some quick wire from the quick wire factory just over there. Hydrate, sure, I shall. Corrupted was left on their own, doing words on stream. And I was busy getting my medication, so I didn't join in this time. Okay, then I wanted some extra encased industrial beam. Right, this is why I was starting the maths, because I was making 50. Okay, so I was making an output of 100 pipes originally, so it's now 120 with the stators. $220, that would be too much for the... What's the maximum output? 270. So 120 pipes needs 240 inputs. So I might just need an extra stack. If I get another 20 pipes, that makes it 260 output. Another 10 pipes makes it 275. That's too much, so 260 is the maximum for one stack. I think. For every 20 it adds 30. That means my maths... Oh, God, I'm starting to get a headache from all this. Write it down, that always makes it easier. That's 180 steel. Total steel I'm working with is 405. Current amount uses 120. If I added, so that would... If I added another 50, that would make it 170. Which would equal 160, 80, 85? No, wait. 80 makes 160, 85 makes 170, 170 plus 85, 245. Yeah. It's 245 steel. Which out of 405, that leaves us with... Pardon me. That leaves us with 160. We're currently using 120 for the beams. Equals 30 beams. We could add an extra 10 beams with that. So that leaves us 40. I didn't save. Why didn't I save? Does escape clear it? Like after doing all that. 4 or 5. It's 120. Add an extra 170. It's 245. Steel. I'll just put it in brackets. No. actually, no. 245, which leaves us with... No, wait. 170, 85, 255. Did my maths wrong earlier. Right? Yes. Yeah, 85, 255. You've been awake for 36 hours. Jesus Christ. Do you need to get some sleep? You definitely need to get some sleep. Like, I've done all-nighters before, and those are not good ideas. You really should get some sleep. It's 255, which 150. 30 beams equals 120, which gives us 30. Which then is just a question of what to do with that last 30. Too much for me to feed into the pipes without making another stack, so maybe I'll just put 15 into pipes, which will 15 into pipes, 15 into beams equals a small number of excess. Stream is helping you relax quite a bit. Well, I'm glad that that's the case. It's giving me a headache with all these numbers, but I guess you guys don't need to actually be doing the numbers. I guess that gives me a slight excess that I can feed into a personal storage from this base. Now will it save if I... Okay, it does save if I do that. Jesus, thank you. Yeah, and then we use those 30 beams to make the versatile framework. The rotors... What can I use to make the rotors? Oh! Right, I can use the steel to make the rotors. That changes the calculations a little. Forgot about that part of the dealie. How many rotors do I need? My plan requires 35 stators, which doesn't need rotors. It needs these, so it needs... I'm making 10 of those, so we need 20 rotors. 20 rotors made out of steel. 5 per minute, 10, 20. So we need 40 to make that. Okay, so if I maximize this to 270, that would make an extra 80, 180 pipes, 40 pipes to rotors, and that leaves 70, 40, 110, leaves another 70 pipes to encased beams. That also changes this number to 65 and this number to 15. Maybe I should just sync the last ones or make a... Okay, I think that's figured out the maximum I need for the what I need for the output of these at least. Okay, this is the steel beams. So we need another 15. Maybe I'll overclock one of these rather than make a whole nother level. I think just one will do. Need to go for slug hunting for overclocks. So overclock you with 1. 125%. Yeah, that used the extra 15. This one we use the maximum 270. Which that uses 60 per level. So 120, no, 120, 180. 280, 180, 240. Okay, we need 2 more levels. Two levels and shut off one of the machines. I've got it perfect right away. I think I already shut off one of the machines down below. I should go turn that one back on. Okay, so I'll leave you turned off. Make you steel beam. No, steel pipe. I made that steel pipe, didn't I? Okay, I made it steel pipe. Right, yeah, this makes 180 pipes total. It's all even numbers. Beams are just so horrendously expensive. It's sort of like you just make as many recipes as you can without them. Okay, let's just try one of these. Attach to here. Maybe should have been higher for this. Go up a floor. Definitely makes things more compact now that I actually made a ladder that goes within the structure instead of outside. Oh, that's half foundation, right? Because when it goes inside the structure, or no, the one that went outside the structure, just it lost so much space. There, and they've still got space to expand for when we get to the higher tiers of belt. Also, you're asking what work for 38 hours? To be fair, if you're a programmer, I mean, my experience as a programmer has heard me do such late hours before. Admittedly, I always refused with my work to actually do all-nighters because I learned not to do those back in university, but do remember to get some sleep, Taserfish. I'm probably going to go for a 4-hour stream for this one, just because it takes that long for making factories. I want to see if I can get this one completed in this stream. It's a very satisfying build. Okay, so yeah, so now we just need to split everything a roughly even amount. So I think if we bring that one, which has the bigger amount, over to here, split it, merge it into this one, and then that one can go over to there. Actually, no, wait, this is using the whole, not this one. That one goes over to that one, which is using the full 270 amount. But no, wait, this one doesn't use 270, so we need to get this one. Yeah, that one goes over, and then this one goes into there. Or we have that one go over there into this one, and then that one goes over there, and then we can merge this one over to it to come over to here. That probably works. Because yeah, this is the output, isn't it? No, that's a splitter. This is the input. Right. Right, yeah, silver is the output. Yeah, so we just need to come over here. So that's about here. What level would be good to... Okay, we get to the part where... which level do we want it to go over, or do I just make it go an extra level up? Or do I make it go under? There's no real harm. Because we can still walk under this. Easily enough. Yeah. Then we just need to connect to this one. So we have this one come out to here. Line it up to this one. I think that looks about right, yeah? Yeah, it's nice clean angles. There we go, and this will start making the steel beams, which we use for these conveyor belts, so we won't need to actually worry about going back to the previous place to use these. We can just use these to make our stuff. Now this one outputs to here and goes over, it needs to go over to here. That's not a difficult sell. We can probably just make it go like this. Does that line up or... Okay, no. So we want... If it was to line up, it would need to be at this level. There, hooked up. So that should make all the steel pipes we need. And we've added another level and another direction to the complexity of all these, which again adds to the appeal. Doesn't matter if it's spaghetti, as long as it's clean spaghetti. Your security officer at management position recently had some lead positions quit, which meant a lot of shuffling around of workloads and people to fill positions. Now you also get to do a security management, and you've never hated computers more. Oh Jesus, management shuffling people around and then just not actually filling positions is the worst way to treat employees, really. Yeah. As Corrupted says, that is indeed shit. Honestly, no job should be... no job should be allowed to make you work that long. Especially if you're in Germany. Don't you have workers' right laws? I know in the UK we have it so that you're you have to have an 11-hour break between shifts. Of course, it's never good. It's never never nice to pull legality on your bosses, but sometimes it feels like they should be reminded. You're imagining Taserfish carrying around an actual taser, I suppose. Also, that was lucky. I didn't factor in that was clipping through. Works, but I should try and make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, so we have all this. Next stage is Stator, which also connects to that over there, which is honestly a bit messy. Might want to clean it up at some point. So that might actually make putting the Stators around the back here. Stators need assemblers, don't they? Yeah. And I was going to make 35 of them. I think we can maximize that at 20. 150. 75, 225. 150 times 1.75. Okay, that'll still fit. Just hook one of those up. I think these all output enough, don't they? Or do they outputting 250? Well, we'll have to. We can merge them if necessary. Maybe I'll merge them in here, then we can have 2 of them running in. Yeah, we'll keep the factory over on that little island there. I might just clean it up to hook up cleaner, but yeah, other than that. So yeah, assemblers, the one I made has 2 levels, it goes 4 wide, I think 3 deep. We're making 8 Stators of each. 16, 32. Again, do I ever clock one? Just so that I have to make an extra stack of extra minimal stack. I think I do. Having one machine extra seems fine, but having just making it so you only need part of a machine, that's when I feel the need to overclock. Just to round off the edges. So I think we'll put it behind here. So like here. There's another tree in the way. That's a problem. Okay. Oh, I'm down here now, so it's chainsaw instead. So don't forget it. You have very similar work laws. You just had personal stuff to take care of at the same time, so you didn't get to recover. Thankfully, tomorrow's the last day you have to worry about it. It's put in vacation time in advance. You get to hibernate for a week. That's good. Okay, I guess if it's personal stuff making you making it on top of everything, that, yeah, complicates things. If it just work, then yeah, that's, I guess you can't really help the personal stuff. We need a little more space for the input. No, if they just come both in here, that should be fine. Did I? Okay, yeah, I did make that whole thing. So we could... My voice is starting to feel a little croaky. I feel like I need to be a little careful about it now. Okay, so... merger... Yeah, might as well delete this whole business. I'm kind of doing this all off the cuff, but I guess having the blueprints helps me keep it organized, despite being off the cuff. Like I've got a pattern to work with. Am I missing anything? Can't afford. No, I'm literally one steel beam down. Okay, now I can afford it. Yeah, I have no idea how voices work, but... Oh crap! I assume the more I use it, the better it'll get. The more stable it'll get, but obviously since I found a new talking position, it just feels like I'm wearing out this position a little. I hope I don't lose my voice for tomorrow, considering which stream it's going to be. The most talkative stream of them all. What am I? Oh. Right. Okay, so 24, 32. I left the worms in base. Not in base, in my truck. In my tractor. You get to do the character accurate roleplay for crosscode if you happen to lose your voice. I still need to voice all the other characters though. Now I'm just imagining Leah having a croak in her voice because she can't talk. Yeah, okay, that's all we need. Then we have an input here, which I seem to have accidentally mostly lined. Wait, have I lined it up? Lined it up with this one. Oh wow, lined it up. The pipes will clip that, so still, I prefer not to lose my voice. Since we can do this one rather easily. 1, 2. Put it up. Yeah, if I need to bring it down, I'll bring it down, but having it so high up means I can connect as necessary. But having it so high up means I can keep it out of the way of everything else I've made, all the levels I've made so far. There we go. Clipping anything, is it? It's not quite clipping the pipes, thank you. Where did I hook this up? Over there. However, I may have forgotten about this part. I will lower it anyway. I don't think that particular level, yeah, that's just the iron. That's not going to be coming this direction anyway. Yeah, I also hope you recover, Hazer. Hope you get a chance to recover. Or enjoy your recovery, more rather. I've been drinking warm water during the stream, would you believe? Although you are reminding me about the relaxing, just... Reminding me that yawning does relax things. Also, you missed it last time, but missed it on Monday since you had to leave early for understandable reasons, but I did clip my fight with the sea weapon at the end of the stream that you would have... Why is this not hooked up? Oh, I just didn't give it a thing. Okay, that's fine. No, not that. We want... Cute yawn. Thank you. No, knowing how to keep my voice in the higher register now, even though it is why I'm losing my voice right now, it also means I can do things like yawn and cough in the higher register now. Instead of it all going down low. The only thing I'd actually learned otherwise was how to sneeze in a high note. I'm just going to do a lot of yawns. Do a lot of yawns to encourage you two to fall asleep as well. But also I'm just going to guzzle down this drink as well. Does this reach? Oh, it does. I like this. We have walkways for people to go, but it's also got just a load of conveyors going around, which is very nice. Yeah, that's all hooked up. It just needs a quick wire to come over. Which I guess I'll do now. We can just have everything outputting. Just, how do I get over there? Reflect like a cat. Was in reference to an unexpected fall. I expected that. Oh wait, it has a line. Gives me a line. Did this one not give me a line? Didn't. How frustrating. Well, close enough, I suppose. Now we need to hook it up to these. Yeah, I think I want to better organize this. Bring it over here. Maybe make it so this... I mean, I want to replace these with the better ones I made anyway. We'll worry about covering all this up once the whole factory is actually made. So for now, I think I'll just do a quick and dirty split off. We're going to embrace a little bit of spaghetti just because this isn't how I want it to look anyway, and we're missing steel beams. Okay, back in we go. Probably got a plentiful stock of steel beams now. Apparently not, it's going slower than I thought. The thing with chugging down water is that apparently the water doesn't actually start hydrating you until like an hour after drinking it. Yes, we honour the pasta gods just a little. That should be more than enough. I think it's like 240 out of each side, so we only needed roughly 260-ish. That should fill it up all nicely. It'll start backing up the moment it comes into here. But I think, yeah, 60, 60, 140 total, and then the one I overclocked. Yeah, it's just 7.5 over a fully saturated belt. So now we get to watch all this coming in. Very nice. Okay, so that's going to be stat ores made. It's another reason why I liked having the alternates unlocked already, because then I can just use stuff like that for more efficiency. Okay, so I could go straight into the automated wiring, or this one needs some rotors. I think both of these things need some copper, which is an entirely other part of the production. Yeah, this needs some wire, some copper. We have 2 impure coppers nearby, which is barely enough. However, we do have a lot of iron next door, which we can use to double the amount of copper, which is always a more efficient thing because copper is rarer than iron. Modular frames. Did I factor this into my calculations? I don't think I did. Crap. I guess I could slow down production of the encased frames a little more. Of the encased industrial beams. But we need those for Mark IVs. I want that to have a high production. I was overproducing the statals by 10. Oh, what's this? What's my body doing now? Another toilet trip? Feels too early. Of course, we just could use the recipe which doesn't use steel. We need the steel recipe. How many of these do we need to make? How much iron do we need? Can we just work off a few impure ions for this? Because they're just over there. It's like 6 over there. We can use them as we need. So maybe I don't need to use this. It's 2 per minute, and I'm using them for the rotors. No, not the rotors. The automated heavy wiring. Not the encased industrial. Oh no, it's the versatile framework, which needs 2.5, and I was making enough beams, so we need 5 modular frames, which we could make that with some iron easy enough. Okay, I apparently need to make another toilet trip. Back in a moment. This body of mine continues to refuse to give me simple, just one time a day things, but I guess 3 times a day is still much better than it used to be, so I guess I can't complain too much. Complain a little though. Maybe because of the soups. They always put so many peas in the soups. I think it's time for this stuff to fill up at least. So we have more of this. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? I know what we're doing. Okay, so the next bit of that needs rotors, which needs copper from over there, which basically means a whole nother section of the factory. So maybe finish up everything we can make before we have to start getting the copper and the iron involved. Because yeah, we're making the status here. I feel like, and maybe if we make everything up, even up to the end results, and then we can expand along that side of the factory to accommodate the copper and iron, because we need to make some foundries, smelters, constructors. There's going to be a variety of things for that particular section, but we do still have steel beams, which needs some cement, which I think there's some limestone just right here, so that won't be a difficult thing to do. We can do that all right here. Impure, of course. Any others? Second one, normal. Oh, normal. Yeah, so we can get those going at least. No, wait, that's encased beams. That's used for... Right, now these are used for the thing which uses iron. Okay, we can still make the steel beams anyway. You are now in the way. Shut this down. Short bit. Because we could connect it to... Nah, don't worry about connecting it to the Caterium factory just yet. We'll just put it over here, a little further away. How much power is all this using anyway? We still got plenty of power. We're using a maximum of 1,774 and our production is 5,400. We're not having to worry about power anytime soon. We can go as nuts as we want with this. So we needed assemblers. Yeah, assemblers. And we have 70 pipes to encase beams. Which 56. I guess we'll have to make this a 2-stack. Oh, that rock's going to require me to actually move my factory a bit. Well, start expanding more to the left rather than that direction. Should make it this way. So 1, 2. I think I need to see 4. Would make this only 1.5 wide. I feel like at least keeping it this wide would be sensible. That uses a whole 3. So put it there, then it would. Yeah, as opposed to if we use a 4, then it would go up to this one. Maybe that would be fine. Maybe we could just put an assembler thing at a different angle so that it kind of crowds up here. But then again, we get a nice view through the center here, just watching everything. You know what? Preserve the view. Like this. Enough supplies, all this. Maybe I should just go back to the old way of speaking, just to give my throat a bit more of a rest for now. But I can still talk without having to worry about my throat so much if I just switch to the old. Oh wow, this old way of speaking actually uses so much more of my breath. I run out of breath so much quicker. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it at the top so I can talk a little easier. But Jesus Christ, I run out of breath so much quicker like this apparently. It really is the wider version of the throat of my. Yeah. Go to sleep, you ought to be tired. No, I'm not audibly tired, I'm yawning to relax the throat. Let me get a little bit more of the factory done. We'll make it so these done, so I just need to hook some cement up. And then we'll conclude there. We can worry about making motors and stuff later. Put constructors sideways these on. Ironically, out of cement. Where did I put my vehicle? Okay, that's enough. But when you start getting into a good build, this is when you can really lose yourself in this game. Is the thing. Okay, that's still fine. It does. Anyway, we can patch that over. Oops. Crap. So over, that preserves the sight line. Yeah, we can hook this up with the output from here. I don't think we even need to give it a smart splitter because everything should just saturate eventually. That's the output. Hook these up so I don't forget them. Yeah, we could. No, that's the output. Don't do that one. Do this one. So we're putting 70 to all this. So don't even bother assigning that one. So already doing 52. Which needs 8 to 60, 18. Right. What percentage makes this 18? 14. 60. Need this to be 18. 70. 65. Almost. 64. Jesus Christ. 64.25? What? 25.6? Oh dear. Wait. Okay, getting that to 18 on the dot is an extremely impractical number apparently. Or I just about managed it. Okay, so that needs, let's say that's 13 concrete, so 53 concrete. Which is apparently not enough for all this. I've already forgotten what number I said. 53? 53. This is currently outputting 30. Eight. That'll do. Which needs 24 limestone. $159. Easy enough. That's the input, that's the output, yes. No, that's the input. 0 is output. Yes. That's the other input. So we will put this up like that. I'll leave it at level 2 just in case. Oh, that hooks up exactly. Very nice. This must not be hooked up to power. Right. Two outlets, all hooked up. That's all made, so I just need to... Do I still have the resources for these? Seems I do. I should remove the stout ore. There we go. So... limestone was impure and normal over here. Invalid placement. The SAM ore that we don't know what does at the moment. It's in my way, so I guess I have to get it. Okay, so that's some normal. This one's invalid placement as well. Huh? What the hell is making this invalid placement? How do you invalid placement on a resource? Well, whatever's giving me invalid placement, please leave. Didn't work. Wait, is it? Right, yeah, this isn't a pure node, it's an impure node. Better. We're almost done. I'm just going to hook up these last two and that will be complete. Need to hook it up with this one. So I'm being quiet because of my voice, but this is the part of the game where I start having the most fun, where I've put together an organised factory. Part where I find it the most hard to put the game down. Once we're on a side route, might as well just hook it into that on the ground level. This should output 120 per minute. Output 60 per minute. Should be more than enough. $159. $120. 30 is 50, so 39. If I just keep everything exact, everything keeps moving, and you don't have to get those ugly stoppages. At least once it's all going. Yeah, that's all those moving, which will supply these ones. And we'll get encased industrial beams, which is one of the end results. So yeah, for almost 4 hours of stream, we managed to get the end result at least. I don't know what I'm going to do if my voice doesn't recover for tomorrow though. That might be a bit of a trouble. We'll see. I'll have another warm drink before bed. Let's just climb up to the top of this one. Final appreciation of our handiwork. There. I think that'll came out pretty well, don't you think? Mm-hmm. If I feel like playing this more off stream, I might clean up this part to connect to this better. Okay. I probably pushed my voice more than I really should have, but that's enough now, so let's find someone to raid. Who's doing what today? Oh, grab a fancy bear. Mochi. Deep Rock Galactic. Let's go say hi to Horatius the dwarf, who's playing Deep Rock Galactic. Okay, it's time for me to stop talking. Thanks for coming around. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to get sleep yourselves. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, with my voice. I mean, maybe I'll just do a different game or something if my voice conks out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, see you tomorrow. Bye.